This was me 2 years ago, and this is me now. Yeah, I'm pretty damn big now. People tell me that I look like a fucking bear, and strangers, they are shocked when they hear about what I looked like 2 to 3 years ago. Absolutely shocked. But the most fun is running into people I haven't seen for a long time, and their jaw absolutely drops, and they don't even recognize me anymore. That's the most fun. So I had this uncle who I haven't seen in a long time, and one time he came back to visit us. He was sitting there in the back garden with my dad, and I was at the gym. And when I came back and put my bicycle in the little shed, he was sitting there and he was staring at me all like this. Like his jaw just absolutely dropped. So I had on this black wife beater, so obviously you could see all the muscle, but yeah. It was so funny. He reacted very extreme, like, what a bear, look at that, look at your son. Why don't you take your dad to the gym? And little funny jokes like that. And these are the kind of moments that when you have those, then you know you made it in the gym. Then you've really become that guy. Also, when I walk in a family dinner, they make jokes like, oh, the big guy's back, we need extra protein for him, guys, just goofy shit like that. But I know what you're thinking. Oh, here we go again, another one of these self-improvement stories. Before I explain to you why this isn't self-improvement, let me show you this gratitude post that I wrote a few days ago. Now listen, I'm not showing you this to brag or act like I figured everything out. I shared the brutal and raw truth of the dark days from me 3 years ago. And honestly, I'm ashamed of it. So I hope you believe that if I'm willing to be honest about my darkest moments, that I'm also going to be honest about my wins. And I'm still young, I've got a long road ahead, I'm still working on myself. For example, my social life isn't perfect, I still got friends who are like scrolling, doing lots of bad habits. I've dated a bit here and there, got some nice results, but I'm not saying to you that I've got like 20 fucking girlfriends yet. But the transformation I made, it's fucking insane. And you cannot deny that. It feels like two different dimensions, honestly. Not like just a new person. It feels like I am literally living in a different world right now. Which is kind of truth, because before I lived in a fucking digital world for most of the time. If you're in a familiar place like I was, maybe scrolling too much, or still gaming, or you don't have the physique you want, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It is not your fault. I'm going to say this again. It is not your fault. And no, I'm not here to cuddle you, absolutely not. But most people will tell you that you're stupid, you're lazy, you have to take responsibility. This is your own fault, you have to go on self-improvement. That's what you will hear online. And yeah, responsibility absolutely matters, but what if I tell you that your power got stolen from you before your fucking brain honestly was even developed? Let's be real, you were given an iPad at 6, you maybe found out about fucking porn at 11, some kids maybe earlier these days. You got addicted to video games and overstimulation before your brain even had the chance to fully develop. But try to go to the gym at 13, too young for that. Try to eat differently, well, that's unhealthy. You were told that sugary little cereals in the morning is healthy, that you can just eat that, that's completely fine. But eggs were bad. Insanity. Insanity, honestly. Ho was a literal child supposed to make the right decisions in this environment. You were a literal child. So no, we cannot blame you. Let's say that same kid, same brain, same genetics grew up in Russia or on a farm. Do you think he'd be the same person? Hell no. Hell no. So maybe this isn't self-improvement, maybe this is a reclaim. Reclaiming who you were supposed to be. Maybe the person of you that exists now isn't the real you. It's just a product of your environment. The real you is buried underneath. That's what this is about. That's why I call it a reclaim. Because you were always supposed to be that strong version of you, but since you were a little kid, the world trained it out of you. And We just cannot blame a little kid for that environment he was in, for not making the right choices. You have every right to feel angry about what was taken from you. While you were just a kid, billion-dollar companies, nerds behind a fucking screen were figuring out how to get you hooked, how to get you addicted on these devices for their own profit. You were never meant to be weak, tired, foggy, addicted, sleepy. You were meant to be so much stronger, sharper, more focused, just better. And once you start stepping into the right direction, you will feel it. You will feel like this is completely natural and this is how you are supposed to live. That's how I know that this version of you right now is not the real you. And the real you was supposed to be stronger, because otherwise you will not be getting that right feeling when you're going to the gym. That feeling of, okay, this is the right thing that I'm doing. So it all started for me when I threw away my PlayStation and bought a gym membership at the end of COVID. One of the best decisions, if not the best decision of my life. That was the start of a butterfly effect. I started going to the gym, so I had to eat better. When I ate better, my acne went away. When my acne went away, I became more confident and attracted to girls. I also had to fix my sleep because I was going to the gym, which meant I had less brain fog, which also led to me being a better worker, working harder, making more money, people respecting me more because of that. I could focus more, work harder. It's all an upward spiral that you get. That's why people say the phrase, the gym saved my life, so often, because it gives this dominoes effect, this butterfly effect. Your life can look completely different in 2 to 3 years. Mine did. Mine did definitely. That's why I built Reclaim. This isn't just a community, it's a movement. Guys in here are already making wild progress. Just insane. I mean, this is for only 3 weeks, you know? Maybe it doesn't seem like much now, but for 3 weeks, this is insane. Because I know guys like you and me, we make 10 times the progress when we got a system with clear levels, clear checkpoints in place where we know exactly what the next step is and where the finish line is. Because this is how we grinded in video games. And let's be real, we were not just casual gamers. We were honestly fucking tryhards, sweaty little kids wanting to be the absolute best, getting to the highest ranks and divisions. And that's what this system gives you exactly. So, this custom app that I designed is only one of the special bonuses you get. You also get lots of courses in here, a full library, you get live calls, you get a community of guys who are exactly like you, which is fucking sick. In here you can ask for advice, share your wins, and get just guys hyping you up when you make progress, which is amazing. And I wish I had this when I started with the gym when I was younger, because that would lead to me making 10 times the progress, maybe 20 times, 100, so much faster. So, the big message of this video is, if you want to finally take your life back, start with the gym. And if you want to fast track this progress, link in bio, Reclaim. So, if you're finally ready to take your life back, start with the gym. And if you want a similar transformation to what I made, like this one, and fast track your progress, join Reclaim, because this is not just a self-improvement, it's a reclaim. I see you inside.